Hey, everybody, welcome to the third episode of the OC podcast. I'm here with, as always, Galactic.
Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about WandaVision because I recently caught up, like, on, I think, Sunday. I think I caught up fully.
hmm
That show. I would say that is the best Disney Plus show
Um,
so far.
yeah,
So far.
I
Because
agree. I
Because
agree. I have a
Mandalorian
very
was
strong
good,
second.
but it wasn't this good. Like, because it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn too. It's very slow at first. Like at first, I was like skipping through stuff because it was just it was like 50s jokes and everything.
hmm It was
Uh,
literally I Love Lucy.
yeah, it was basically I Love Lucy. But when spoilers by the way for anyone who hasn't seen WandaVision, but when it's what's his face when the boss guy when he starts choking and it gets to this like really weird moment. Like it's weird to describe it, and it's hard to describe what was happening because it was very weird. Like Wanda had the tell vision to help the dude,
Yep.
and it was very weird.
And she kept
Anyway,
saying, "Stop it,
right?
stop it."
Yeah. The wife who she was in that 70 show, right?
Yeah, it was a lady from that '70s show who looks like she hasn't aged
She
at all.
she literally hasn't. Um, yeah. So it was her. Yeah, like the beginning of it was really good. It was really good. Um, and it's very slow and like I like the commercials because every commercial has something to do with what happened to Wanda.
Yep.
Because I didn't realize it at first, but the watch commercial. Remember the watch commercial?
Yeah.
But the watch commercial was talking about the Schroeder dude or Schreider, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
and
I
that's
forget
the
his
name
name.
of the
Yeah.
watch. And then right under the watch, it had the Hydra symbol, and I was like, "Yo, that's
hmm
cool." And at first, I thought Wanda was like she was a victim too, right? I thought like everything was against her, but really it was she was the one doing all of this, which is crazy. Um, but we're not here to like just talk about what's happening so far. Like it's definitely like the theories about the show, which makes the show way more fun to watch
Yeah.
because
Definitely.
because
Definitely.
just thinking what's
For
gonna
me,
happen. You
like
go, you go.
it just I think that's just like the best part of, even though I get mad every week when there's just like this, it gets really good. It's like the episode gets to a point where it's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then cliffhanger.
Mm,
So even though I don't like show, I personally love binge watching shows over watching them weekly, because it's annoying to wait every week. I think Netflix spoiled everyone in that aspect.
mm-hmm.
um, so basically, what a lot of us have realized, or what a lot of us have missed out on, is back then when these shows were happening weekly, you had a whole week to like just talk with everybody that you knew, like, oh my god, what's
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen next episode. You don't get that with certain shows like Stranger Things, for example. You don't get that.
But yeah,
it's it's
it's just one burst
it's a
of
whole burst. You
thing.
gotta wait till the person finishes the whole thing before you start like, all right, bro, you gotta watch episode 1, 2, and 3 by Friday, and I'll do the same. Like, nah, you're gonna watch the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes sense.
Or some
That's
people they
the
like watch it at they're like on FaceTime and they watch it at the same time.
Yeah. Some people do that. That's a interesting way to go about it. Netflix needs to add a feature. Same with Hulu, where you could like, if you guys both have a separate Netflix account, you guys can watch together.
Disney Plus has that. I know Disney Plus has it.
I actually did not know Disney Plus has that feature.
Yeah, I
Like
think
that would be
they. Yeah, you have to obviously be on your phone, but yeah,
mhm.
you can watch them at the same time. But
Interesting.
yeah, the theories, the biggest one is that this is gonna segue into the X-Men, which that makes I feel like that one makes the biggest amount of sense considering first of all Scarlet Witch is a mutant in the
Yeah.
comics. So and there wasn't like because of the whole Sony stuff, you didn't really have that you didn't have the I guess you can say like opportunity or whatever to see them both like together.
Together.
Yeah.
Um,
The
so
X-Men and
here's the
the
thing
yeah.
about the X-Men thing that you were saying, right?
Mhm.
I think the latest episode was it 6 or 7?
Yeah.
I, okay, I'm gonna say it's 6 or 7. You said yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry.
I think it was
because
6, right?
I think I know. Is it when Rambo kind of like she's like showing hints that she has powers? Is that what you're talking about?
Her powers activated. That's
Yeah,
what that was. That
yeah.
was them letting you know, yes, Wanda's field
Is
manipulates
basically
people on
creating the
molecular.
X gene. She's creating the
Yeah,
X gene basically, which is really cool.
unintentionally. Unintentionally, she's basically exposing people with her magic. It's exposing them to a bunch of radiation or however what type of radiation was it, like cosmic or whatever they said.
I
It's
don't know.
exposing people to a
It's
bunch of that.
no. She said that the doctor lady, the girl from Thor, she said that
Yeah,
it's
well,
like rewriting her DNA like completely.
well, yeah. But they were also referring the entire hex, as they call it in the show,
Mhm.
to like a field of. I think they said. I want to say they said cosmic energy, but they said some type of energy, and that's the reason why it's rewriting their DNA.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's connected. So because it's basically like uh, just think of it as like a giant nuclear waste
Thing.
that
Yeah, I know what you're
you
talking about. I know
know
what you're talking about.
you know how radioactive stuff works in comics. So that's basically what it is. And since the black girl had went in and out so many times, I think it accelerated her. But everyone else that's in it right now is kind of just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like
thing is,
either they're not.
I think the reason that the people inside aren't going to be they're not going to be mutants when they get out is because they didn't go in and out of it. They're just
That's
in it.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just in it.
Now, what I personally think is going to happen, um,
Hmm.
which I'm going to say spoilers, even though by this point you already know.
I already said
If you
it,
haven't
so
clicked off,
it's still fine. It's
no,
fine. I already said
I
it.
mean, like for people that listen, right? By this
Hmm.
point, if you're listening, you should have left by now. Anyway,
Hmm.
so in the brand new episode, the recent episode, at the end, it reveals that Agnes, which if you don't know who Agnes is, she's basically like a right hand man of sorts to Mephisto. We'll get to that later, right? So it reveals that Agnes is the bad guy all along.
Hmm.
So and she's doing something to Wanda. Now, my prediction is Wanda's gonna go crazy. She's gonna snap. She's already on the brink of snapping. She's gonna snap.
Yeah, she's gonna go
And when
hard,
she does snap, the hex is going to explode,
which is
causing
causing the X-Men to become basically
a
global.
thing. Yeah. Yeah. She's basically going to unlock the mutant gene in everybody because I feel like they're going to explain it as it's already dormant in everybody. It just needs that thing to, that switch to just go like, and Scarlet Witch is going to be that switch, that cause of
Yeah.
mutants.
Hmm. So, okay,
Mm-hmm.
one thing is that in the MCU, because like their TV shows and everything, they have
Yeah.
the Inhumans, right? And the Inhumans are already in the like MCU universe already. And I'm
They haven't been shown, but they are part of the lineup. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they have a show. I haven't watched it. They have a show. I'll probably check it out after this to see how
The
good it is.
Inhumans?
Yeah, they have it's on Hulu and I think Disney Plus
Really?
too. Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
But because um I guess you can. They're already in it, right? Technically,
Yeah,
I'm man. I can't wait, bro. Like I'm
yeah.
really,
This I was gonna say this phase is just it's gonna sneak up on us. We're just not even gonna realize what's happening.
yeah, yeah.
And I don't mean to excite you or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but did you know that the upcoming Falcon and Winter Soldier is taking place in an area that is known for being Wolverine's like stomping grounds?
Oh, they could introduce Wolverine. I
And
wonder.
not only that, but we have the official title release of Spider-Man today.
Oh.
Um,
What is it? What is it?
um, I have to look on Twitter. I forgot. Yesterday, Tom Holland, Zendaya, and I forget the other guy's name. I apologize for forgetting his name, but they all tweeted out photos teasing us. And then today, Marvel officially came out and gave us what it's called, and that is No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, with WandaVision being the catalyst, Spider Man No Way Home being somewhere in the middle, and Doctor Strange being at the end, we have like a trilogy of multiverse stories.
Yeah. I feel like
So,
this No Way Home might be the way that they introduce Miles Morales.
that might be the surprise twist of the movie, but so far, the only thing that's confirmed is basically the villain's going to be the Sinister Six from different Spider Man. I think it's
Ooh.
speculation, even though we pretty much obviously it's going to happen. We're going to get Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield
Yeah.
in the
They said
movie.
they're coming in, which is gonna be lit. That's gonna be awesome. They also brought in the guy who played Doc Ock. They're bringing him
Yeah,
in.
yeah. So they're
So,
basically taking, I don't know who's going to do it, but some villain of the Sinister Six from one of the universes is going to find out there's multiverses or whatever, however they're going to do it. And he's going to jump to the different Spider Man universes that we've seen and just keep taking villains until we get the Sinister Six.
hmm
Which I believe in Andrew Garfield's, we got Electro Rhino. I believe in
Electro,
Tom Holland,
Rhino, and
and the Lizard.
the Lizard. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Tobey
Uh,
Maguire, we got Doc Ock.
Doc Ock,
Um, with
Hobgoblin, Goblin,
and
Venom,
well,
Carnage.
I don't think they're going to use any of those, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Honestly, the best
Um,
would obviously be Venom because they already had the Venom movie and whatever.
and that's why I said they're not going to use him because Sony wants to preserve Tom Hardy's Venom, so maybe he might show up. But besides Doc Ock, you have Sandman,
hmm
um,
Ooh, I
which I think
forgot
they
about
might
Sandman.
use. They might use from Tom Holland. They're definitely going to use Vulture.
Vulture, yeah.
Um,
Which can
and
segue into
Vulture, and they're going to use what's his name, Mysterio.
the Mysterio gang because Mysterio's dead.
Oh, did he die?
Remember, he died at the
Okay,
end.
yeah, he did die. Um, so yeah, I think they're gonna just use multiple of the
hmm
Sinister Six that we've already gotten, which is gonna be cool. Not to mention, we automatically have the Final No, I said Final Fantasy. Oh man, taking you for that one. Whew. Fantastic Four on the horizon.
Yeah.
Um, so we just have a lot going on with this phase, and Marvel needs to sneakily add everything. And I said it once, and I'll say it 1,000 times. Fuck Kevin Feige, bro. He's too damn good. He's too good. He's like he's the Eminem of comic book movies.
Yeah.
He
He
just sits. He just sits in his basement all day, reading comics all day. Oh, I'll use that. oh, I make a reference to that. Oh, like, damn, bruh.
not even like reading comics, or he's just a super nerd before this.
Like, bruh, Kevin Feige, if you don't get your ass over to DC and get double the pockets, bruh.
The thing is, he obviously would have an exclusive contract with Marvel.
Nah.
Since he's this good, he would obviously have an exclusive contract. Um,
Nah, DC don't come in like, yo, here's $1 billion, bro, make it happen.
okay, first of all,
What he would
okay,
say,
let's digress a little bit from Marvel for a quick second. Let's talk about DC. DC,
okay,
okay, so the whole Thanos and Darkseid thing, right?
uh huh.
I don't care if you think Thanos is better or Darkseid is better. It doesn't matter right now. We're talking about for people who do not read the comics. Thanos was the first, right? He happened before.
I would disagree with that. I would disagree with that because I feel like people grew up watching those old, the Justice League and all that
I
jazz,
know. I'm not saying that
Superman.
it's not there. I'm saying that first of all, I'm gonna
I
be
would
real.
say
I'm
most
gonna be
people
real.
knew Darkseid before they knew Thanos. Thanos only became popular because of the Marvel movies.
Yes, but what is the most popular movies in recent history?
The Marvel movies, but that's not
Okay,
what you're
but
saying, is
that's what
it?
I'm trying to say is that more people would be used to and would like Marvel movies better. That's why a lot of movies like blockbuster movies didn't post any movies when Marvel was doing stuff because they didn't
Well,
want to.
that's just common sense. That's common knowledge. That's
I
business.
know, but the thing is, DC and Marvel do not need to do the same exact thing, right? Honestly,
Okay.
it DC would have been way better off if they did the Injustice timeline.
Okay. Let me stop you there. Okay. So I think, in my honest opinion, the Injustice timeline was a thing under Zack Snyder.
Yeah, and they booted his ass.
Now, the reason why they won't do the Injustice timeline on the big screen, and this goes back to one of my biggest points about DC, is because it's graphic. It's because, literally, the first thing that kicks off the Injustice event is literally the Joker planting a bomb inside Lois Lane and drugging Superman into thinking it was him or something along the lines,
No,
causing
no,
Superman to kill Lois
he
Lane.
had a bomb and then he drugged Superman to think that it was Darkseid, that Lois Lane was Darkseid.
Yes, yes. So Superman proceeded to beat the brakes off of his wife, who was pregnant at the time, I believe. Anyway. Now, this goes back to what I'm saying. DC is not rated R at the moment. So we can't have dark storylines like Injustice on the big screen. So Darkseid is a logical pathway. Now, how I would have done the DC timeline is simple. Man of Steel. What was after Man of Steel? Was it Bat? They jumped right to Batman vs Superman.
Which is stupid.
Dumb move.
Dumbest
Dumb move.
move ever.
What they should have done was a Batman standalone movie. At the end of the Batman standalone movie, Batman should have been watching the news, and he should have seen what happened in Metropolis. That sets up the setup for Batman v Superman.
Mm-hmm.
In Batman v Superman, I would have cut all flames. I would have cut flames out of Lex Luthor. No, nothing to do with this.
Also, if
What
you're gonna cast
happens?
Lex Luthor, cast a different Lex Luthor. I'm gonna say that too.
Well, yeah, but no, I would completely take him out of the story because all you need is not Darkseid, Doomsday, who in the comics is a test for Darkseid. You see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
Darkseid sends Doomsday down as a test, so he just, you should just have a meteorite hit the fucking Earth, and Superman's like, "What's up? Go check it out." Doomsday's fucking everything up. Meanwhile, Batman, who already doesn't like Superman, throughout this whole movie is just stalking and maybe have a couple of teaser scenes in there where Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent. And stuff like that would be cool just to tease it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then before Doomsday goes off and he starts doing his thing, you have Batman fight Superman because Batman's like, "I don't trust you. Look what you did. How do I know you're on our side? Blah, 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 blah." And then they come to terms. when Superman puts his life on the line for to fight Doomsday. Would I have killed Superman? No. Why would I have killed Superman? Because that's the third movie in your franchise, and you're killing off the big player. And I would have still had Wonder Woman come in for the save at the end. It would have been more impactful, in my opinion.
Yeah,
if we didn't get all
sense.
that wasteful stuff that we got with Lex Luthor and all that stuff. They should just have Batman and Superman in a conflict because Batman's like, oh, I don't trust this guy. Let me study him. Let me, After Batman v Superman, the Trinity, the three of them would have been like, that was a tough threat. We need people to help us fight that threat. That's a setup for Justice League 1. Let's go find people to help. In Justice League 1, you have Steppenwolf come down, Darkseid's son.
So basically, keep Justice League is what you're saying.
But the way they did Justice League was trash. Like, I would rewrite it, but the main premise is there. Test number 2, Steppenwolf. Justice League is finally formed. Everything's going good on Earth. They keep stopping people. Cool. And then big threat comes down. Is the Justice League good enough? Played up as a storyline like that. And then they finally come out on top. And then after that, you do Wave 2. You have everyone have their own standalone movie. And then Darkseid comes down. But the way it's set up right now, they was like, all right, skip all that. Kill Superman. We're going straight to Darkseid. So it's like the DC rushed on a fast lane to get to Darkseid just to catch up to Marvel. When if they did it the way I did, realistically, and I mean this, DC would have been on top, or a lot of people would be more interested in DC right now.
Instead, that is a firm no.
If I were directing DC, Marvel who? Because in my humble opinion, I know I'm a DC fan. I know you're a DC fan. I know you don't really care as much. But at the same time, I feel like personally DC just has the more interesting characters and more iconic stories. Because in recent years, that's when these Marvel characters gained their popularity because Marvel movies made them popular. Iron Man? I don't give a fuck about an Iron Man. But then Robert Downey Jr. came on the screen and everybody's like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. And now everyone's an Iron Man fan. No one cared about who the fucking Hawkeye was. People still don't care. But now Hawkeye is more noticeable. It's to the point where back then, if you asked somebody, oh, what were the most named superheroes or something, you would hear Batman, you would have heard Superman, you would have heard Spider-Man. Now you might hear Iron Man, you might hear Hulk, you might hear Thor before you hear Batman, Superman.
Yeah.
And it's a big problem.
We got way sidetracked off WandaVision, though.
Back to WandaVision. I don't know, man. So I want to talk about Quicksilver.
That threw me off.
Quicksilver?
That threw me off.
It threw you off?
Yeah. Because I was like, whoa, that's the wrong number.
That's the wrong number. Yeah, that sums it up because it's like, hold on. That's the wrong person.
That's a wrong dude.
And side note real quick. Hey bro, tell me why someone sent me this joke. And they was like, I'm going to hell for laughing. But they was like, what do Spider-Man and Wanda have in common?
What?
Or it wasn't Spider-Man and Wanda, it's Wanda's kids. What do they have in common?
Oh, what?
Their uncle can't move out the way of bullets fast enough. Yeah, I was just like, oh, bruh.
You're wrong for that, bro.
Bruh.
You're wrong. You got me dropping stuff, bruh. You're wrong for that.
Anyway. Yeah, so,
can't move out of bullets fast enough, bruh? Oh my god.
here's what makes his appearance interesting. Outside of the fact that it's him and he's from a different universe, and he's obviously being manipulated by Mephisto or whatever, right? Or maybe that is Mephisto. Some people say that is Mephisto, just teasing Wanda. Um, which I could see. By the way, I don't know if you drew the parallels, but in that episode, the Halloween episode, like even though that was his old costume, like the hair was kind of like devil horns, and little subtle little things that he was saying to Wanda, it was pretty cool. But I think personally that having him in the story, if we go to an outside source, which is obviously the story writers themselves, they said, and I quote, not well, I don't quote, but they said basically, oh, there's an even bigger reveal, an even bigger character that's going to show up that's related to Wanda, and it's not Quicksilver. Who I think Magneto.
I was
And I
about to
think
say Magneto.
everyone else thinks Magneto, but I feel like Marvel's gonna try and pull a fast one. It's gonna be someone else.
I can't think of anyone besides Magneto. Are they? It depends, good or bad. Like if because we're immediately assuming bad though.
Well, see, the Magneto isn't technically bad.
He's an antagonistic force. Okay, I'll say that. He's an antagonist. He's not bad. He's just but
yeah.
I mean, if you're human,
I
he's
don't know.
bad.
If I were more versed in Marvel, I'd be able to be like, oh, maybe it's this character. But I'm not. I don't read Marvel comics. I'm as surface level with Marvel as surface level gets. Like I watch the Marvel movies, and I enjoy them. And a lot of people, it's funny when I tell people that they're like, "Oh my God, you're a DC fan. How do you like Marvel?" Shut up. Like, obviously, the Marvel movies are better. I'm gonna enjoy them, and then hope DC can do the same later down the line. Even though I don't think they can.
Yeah, they screwed up already.
We'll see with the Snyder Cut. Are you any hype about the Snyder Cut?
That's coming out like March
18th
or something.
18th.
18th.
Yeah.
Coming out March 18th.
You said what?
Hold on, I'm checking right now. But yeah, WandaVision, definitely the greatest show out right now, bar none.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of live shows, live action, or just regular TV drama shows, yeah, definitely top tier right now. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to surprise us as well. That looked pretty good. I don't know if you've seen the trailer.
I didn't see the trailer, but I seen people talk about it, and they said that it was good, and the banter and whatever. They also said that
really
it took place a little bit after what's his face died, Captain America. That it looks like it happened after he died.
It is after. Well, he didn't die, but yeah, it's after that. After Old Man Cap.
Yeah.
Well, for context, WandaVision is like a couple of days after Vision died.
Whoa! Wait, no, it's not.
Yeah.
No, because it's after the blip. Oh, it is after March 18th.
She literally, they showed the footage in the show. She literally stormed in, and he was like, "Oh, this was a couple days ago." She stormed in, took Vision's body, flew away, created the hex.
How was it a couple days ago?
It makes sense.
Because
it makes sense.
Monroe, she was blipped away.
Yes.
So it couldn't have happened the other day, my guy.
Not. Did I say Vision stuff?
Yeah.
Endgame, after Endgame, a couple of days after Endgame.
Okay. You're making unnecessary arguments for a second, my guy. Because
Yeah,
I was really about to get on you. I was like, where?
literally a couple of days though. It's funny as shit. She thraxed Thanos' cheeks, went home, was like, nah, this ain't it.
I
Let me
need
go
that.
get Vision.
I need that vision. Went out, got vision, got lit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, honestly, it's just I wasn't expecting that. I didn't expect
Expecting what?
I didn't expect her to be the bad guy.
And I feel like they are setting up for her to be a bad guy, but I don't think in the way that not a regular bad guy. She's going to be manipulated,
Yeah. Oh, I
which
just found
is
out. Go. I just so
Mephisto's forte.
you know how the X Men's main thing is that they're always like discriminated against because they're X Men, right? Because they're mutants, right? And how like
Uh,
they have their own little corner of um the Marvel universe. Like they cross over sometimes, but their main thing is like protecting their people and getting rights for them and all that.
I wouldn't say they don't have their own little corner. Like technically, they in New York, just like every other Marvel
I
superhero.
know they're in New York, but I'm saying
But
their issues and problems are different from
that is 100% true.
yeah.
Yes.
So what I feel like is gonna happen, the way that they're so you know the what was his name? Holland, the white dude who tried to assassinate Wanda, which was very stupid. Um,
Yeah.
that guy.
And we got turned into clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
So
about?
what I feel like is gonna happen is that he's gonna be like one of the main people later, because I feel like they're gonna make a whole like new show. I feel like and it's gonna be I don't even know what you would call it, um, but they're gonna make like a whole new show, and this show is gonna be um, it's gonna be the freaking what am I trying to say?
I don't know, right? You just
Okay. It's gonna be like, you know what happens in the
damn.
comic? What happens in the comics, like Days of Future Past and the Sentinels and all that stuff.
Do you think they're gonna do X Men Days of Future Past again?
The thing is, right? The thing is, first of all, that's like one of the biggest things that happens to the X Men.
They can
That's
go with
one.
something else. I think they might be going
They
for
can do something else. I'm
Thanos.
not saying they have to. I'm saying that because of the discrimination that the mutants face, I
Yeah.
feel like it would make a lot of sense for them to try and do that, right? Like it would make a lot of sense for them to try and do that.
As long as they don't make all the mutants black people, bro.
Yeah, they did do that a little bit, but yeah, like I'm excited. WandaVision definitely the best show right now. Um,
Mm. You know what we
in
didn't
terms
talk
of like
about?
fan service, like the teasing that WandaVision does and the things that are gonna happen with the theories because they can be proven or disproven by the next episode. So
Pretty much.
these are just theories. I do think that the X Men is gonna happen, like you said with the multiverse and all that stuff. Do think that is also gonna happen.
Well, yeah, it's in the title of the Doctor Strange movie, and then based on what they're saying about Spider Man, multiverses are a thing. There's a Doctor Strange. It's called Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like
and quick,
that one is gonna be that movie's gonna be insane.
I think that's going to be the biggest one for Phase Four. But
Yeah.
real quick side note: did you notice? So you noticed the book Agatha had at the end of the episode, right?
No, I didn't catch it. I was more rolling around in my bed, confused.
Okay. Well, Agatha has like a witch book
Uh
at
huh.
the end. Tell me why. Remember when Doctor Strange came out?
Yeah.
What year was that?
I want to say 2015, 2016.
Tell me why back in 2015, 2016, there was a scene where you remember the teach me scene where he's in the thing, or he first appears in the magical area, the magical place with the bald lady.
Mm-hmm.
In the background, there was a bunch of magical books. And guess how many books are missing?
One.
One book. So back in 2015, 2016, this man Kevin Feige was cooking up in the studio, whipping it with the wrist,
Well,
with the pencil
first of all,
on the
that would
script.
obviously make sense because um, you can't just put everything on Thanos, right? Because then what happens after? You can't just release all these actors and then start
But
from scratch. Like you gotta continue. You gotta keep going for like the
you need to
future.
tell me 5 to 6 years ago. 5 to 6 years ago.
Oh, I just checked. It was 2016. So
Years ago.
5 years. 5 years ago. Half a decade ago.
5 years ago, half a decade ago, this man was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put this book here. We go touch on
Go touch on that later.
it." What type of Eisen?
Yo, let's not get back into Eisen topics, bro. Let's not get back into Bleach real quick. But man, this man, they're so good. That's the thing. They're so good at what they do.
Yeah, it's almost as if they knew they were gonna be getting Fox, so they were like, "Yeah, so let's just put the books there." Oh man, I'm with all things said and done, I'm excited for both Marvel and DC because
Mm-hmm.
while DC, its future is kind of like up in the air, DC has a couple of fail safes, and the biggest one being the Flashpoint movie, because we all know what Flashpoint is. It resets everything. So it doesn't matter how bad they fuck up. They could just reset everything and start over.
The biggest way to
You know?
start over is to freaking. Ben Affleck is a good actor.
They're
I'll give him that.
recasting him. He has problems. Anxiety. That man was having anxiety attacks backstage. That man could not handle the pressure.
Damn.
His spiritual pressure was too weak. Um, Henry Cavill is not. He keeps leaving it up in the air if he's done as Superman or not. But it is what it is. He's not done. He's obviously the best Superman ever. That's all I have to say about that. And
He
then the
is.
rest of the cast, besides Gal Gadot, because she's a good Wonder Woman, despite the most recent Wonder Woman movie being good doo trash doo dumpster fire. And I don't care what you think, it was a bad movie. Um,
It was a bad movie.
besides that, she's the perfect Wonder Woman. It's the writing that made the movie bad anyway, not her acting.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not about
Definitely,
her
definitely.
character. It was the writing. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So besides Superman and Wonder Woman, everyone needs to be recast. Well, no, I take that. Aquaman and Shazam can stay too because they're both pretty good. Not to mention The Rock as Black Adam. I haven't even seen Black Adam, and I already know The Rock is about to be hot fire. Okay, what anyone says. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
my point of saying all this is that the future of comics in the movie industry, whether you like it or not, it's going to be really good.
It's going on.
It's going to be really good.
It's gonna be him.
It's only going to go up from here.
Honestly, the only way it could go down is if Marvel collapses on itself. Pretty much.
Which Marvel they were in a really bad way last year, and that was DC's chance. They had it. They had it. They had the momentum. They had Shazam. They had Aquaman, back-to-back slammers, back-to-back hits, back-to-back alright movies.
Mm.
Then you had
All
Joker
they had to
come
do
out.
was come back with good movies, and they would have been fine.
And then you had Joker come out to continue the hype. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, the Joker, da 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 da,
Mm-hmm.
Joker." Then we got birds of trash,
Birds of shit.
birds of doo doo. Now, when I first saw Birds of Prey, I didn't hate it, and I still don't hate it. But I also acknowledge that it's a pretty bad movie when you look at the characters' motivations.
Because birds of,
Not to mention the way they handled Black Mask. Black Mask is not no pushover villain. Like Black Mask is supposed to be a thug.
Black Mask
He's just
is a
bitch.
scary ass dude in the comics. Black Mask is supposed to be built different.
That's what I'm saying. He's supposed to be, he's supposed to be that guy, right? Like it's the ultimate crime boss. That's what he's supposed to be. And then he got belittled to some trash.
And the thing is, I feel like, I don't know. DC, first of all, Suicide Squad, that was garbage.
Okay. Yeah, Suicide Squad was bad because the ending was written so poor. And
not
the plot
not
was alright.
not only that, it's because this is the first time they're introducing these characters, right? Like they did do the whole like backstory thing of how they got captured or whatever, but like not getting these like characters teased and not seeing these characters, that's part of the hype of seeing new characters in uh TV shows and movies. Like when Spider-Man was introduced in Civil War, that was hype. That was pretty hype. But if they randomly after Civil War made like a Spider-Man movie, not even a Spider-Man movie, if they, I'm trying to think of a character who they could like randomly tease where it would make no sense. But the thing is, Marvel did everything the perfect way they were supposed to do it. So I can't even speak on Marvel. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
DC, how are you gonna make an entire movie filled with bad guys when we've never seen these bad guys in the cinematic universe before? Never, not once, seen these bad guys or teased. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
The movie could have worked.
It could have worked,
It could have
but
worked.
the execution was stupid.
It was a really bad execution. But here's what's good about Suicide Squad right now. Suicide Squad 2 is being written by James Gunn.
Who wrote? Who? What did James Gunn write?
Guardians of the Galaxy
Okay.
1 and 2. Now,
Nice.
here's the killer. Because I don't know if you remember, Marvel fired James Gunn over something. He got canceled, and then they hired him back. But then it was too late because he already got a DC contract or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing: James Gunn's Suicide Squad basically is like a reboot. The first Suicide Squad technically isn't a thing, but it is a thing at the same time.
I know it's a reboot.
And
they did say it's
also, with the fact that that's a thing, I think what's going to happen is DC's in need of a new top guy, a new person who's going to direct the whole thing. Snyder's out. The girl from Wonder Woman, she ain't getting it after Wonder Woman 2.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 2.
It's going to be James Gunn. I think it's going to be James Gunn.
Yeah.
And I say that, my brother has brought it up, and we talked about it. And basically, he's saying that if Suicide Squad 2 does really good, they're going to offer James Gunn to take over the whole thing. And at that point, is he going to say no? Who would say no to that?
I don't know.
So I would say keep your eyes peeled for Suicide Squad 2. Because if that movie is good, if that movie knocks it out of the park, if that movie is a 9 out of 10, if that movie is Marvel movie levels of a success, we might just have the revitalization of DC.
Yo, just hear this cast for Suicide Squad reboot slash Suicide Squad 2. Pete Davidson, Margot Robbie, Jared Leto, John Cena, Idris Elba, Nathan Fillion, Alice Braga, Dwayne Johnson, Storm Reed, Joel Kinnaman, Viola Davis, Zoe Saldana, Ezra Miller, Dave Batista. Okay, I think some of these are wrong. Oh,
Mm,
Sylvester Stallone? Tough.
there's a lot of, so I don't think it's wrong. There's just a lot of throwaway characters
Yeah, because
because it's
they
Suicide
have
Squad.
they have Dave Batista, Chris
If he
Pratt.
has a name under it, it's confirmed.
Okay, he does have a name under it. It's
And
Chris Smut
some of these people,
Smith.
some of these people are from Guardians of the Galaxy. I think some people are trolling.
Yeah. Because Chris Pratt is here, which is why I'm like, Zoe Saldana. Gamora did die, but she's back again. So who's Tyler? Tyler?
Is it? I don't know.
Tyler DC Comics. Who's that? Oh,
Ooh, really? Black Adam is supposed to show up in the movie. I don't think that's true.
it may not. It may not.
I don't think that's true.
I think they.
I think
I
I
think they
think
spelled this
Google
wrong.
has its.
She might be Tula.
I think Google has its shit wrong for Suicide Squad 2, but that doesn't matter because my thing with Suicide Squad 2, most of the cast that came out and they said, "Oh my god, this movie is amazing. I had so much fun working on it." This, that, and the third.
We don't care
So
about fun.
people.
We care about it being good. I don't care if it's fun.
Well,
If it's
a lot of
trash, it's
they say it's
trash.
good. They say it's good.
But what else would they
I
say?
well,
They're
an
under
actor will give
contract,
you their
bro.
honest opinion. They're not going to just say it's good or a good movie. If they don't think it's a good movie, they're just going to be like, "Oh well, you should just wait and see in the theaters. I don't want to get That's how they would respond. Like if they're generally having good reactions to it, then they that's good. But here's the thing, so if you are listening, if you're listening at home and you didn't know, I'm a film major. One of the biggest things is editing. So it could look amazing and 100% awesome when you're shooting as an actor, but it could turn out so bad. And this is why you see a lot of actors get interviewed after the movie comes out and they get asked their opinions on what they just saw because they're technically seeing the movie for the first time. Like they know what happens, but they haven't seen the movie. You get what I'm saying? Like they haven't seen what it is. So the
Mm,
movie could still turn out bad, even if it was written good, the plot was good, and this and the execution's all that matters.
fact. But these are really good actors.
You have really good actors. You have a strong director and a really good the Suicide Squad is a really good concept to work with. So
Bad guys doing good things.
yeah, and Suicide Squad's supposed to be funny. I think it got greenlit as rated R. No,
I. Whew. Is it rated R?
I think so.
Hey, it don't matter. It's not like we're kids anymore.
It is rated R,
For real?
and this is one of my biggest things. I don't know if I said this already, but for DC, I feel like they should flip that switch. Every DC movie should be rated R.
It gives them more freedom.
I say that because DC's not for the faint of heart. DC is not like literally in one
Birds
of
of
the
Prey
newest
was rated
comic
R.
threads, Batman pulled out a dead Batman and gave him a Black Lantern ring to fight alongside on the battlefield. If that's not some meta like emo shit,
Yeah, because
like
Birds of Prey was also rated R. So it just makes more sense for them to go in that
just DC
direction.
just needs to go with the rated R movies.
Like, of course,
Mm-hmm.
like certain characters isn't gonna be rated R, like Flash or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
I think the
Flash,
villains.
Shazam, who else? um, I guess Superman.
I
But
feel like the only one that could do it is Batman.
Batman is definitely gonna
Batman.
the Batman standalone movie. If it's not rated R, I'm not watching it. I
It has to be
It
rated
has to be
R.
rated R for me to watch it because it's just like if it's not rated R, there's no point. Like
Yeah,
it's gonna be trash if it's not rated R because they're gonna cut out a
but
lot of things that would be.
at the same time, when you see the trailer and he beat that poor guy's face in for saying, "Who are you?"
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. It should be rated
That
R.
shit was hilarious. Who are you? For like 5 minutes, and then he stands up. I am vengeance. Like what?
Yeah, that's
That man
different
put
though.
that man in
That's
the hospital with a coma for the rest of his life. Talking about I am vengeance. He don't know who you are. You just knocked him out. You don't know your name.
it says it's coming out 2022.
Yes, Batman got pushed back
I mean, it makes sense.
because Batman. They want that one to be in the theaters. That's a heavy hitter.
Again, makes sense.
Yeah. So you know
Dang.
everything's
So
getting pushed
you know how
back.
you said
Suicide
that
Squad.
these people are confirmed when you look at the thing for it. So I'm looking at them, and this guy is Funeral Mourner 1, Funeral Mourner 2, Special Agent 2, Forensic, and then it's Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, and Riddler, ooh, Riddler, Penguin, and Catwoman.
Yeah. The Batman movie. If you didn't know, it's going to be Batman in like his first or second year, so it's going to be a fresh Batman who doesn't really know everything yet. Um, we're going to get, I believe, the Quarter Owls as well as the Riddler,
I really
and
want the
then
Court of
some of
Owls.
it's going to be in Arkham Asylum, which is why we have so many villains cast. We're just going to see them locked up.
Mm-hmm. Teasers to future movies.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's supposed to get a trilogy, um, and it's not supposed to be a part of the DCEU. But, however, we have Flashpoint.
Oh, okay. If they do good on this trilogy, Flashpoint that joint, make him Batman.
That's what's happening.
It should happen. That's what should happen. Because if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be disappointed. Thoroughly, thoroughly disappointed in DC.
Now, I want to go back to Marvel one more time.
It's fine.
Um, so Loki just got announced to be in June.
What?
The Loki show.
Oh, that one? Yeah. Did they announce the name or no?
Called Loki.
It's called Loki?
Yes. Was it supposed to be called Loki?
No, no,
The
no, no,
Tales
no.
of
I thought you said it was low key.
No, the low key move,
I understand
TV
now.
series.
I understand now. I understand now.
That joint is confirmed to come out June. It has a date, June 11th. Marvel, Disney Plus.
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't know. Have you seen the trailer for it already?
Um. Hmm. I can watch
Yes,
it
that
right.
joint.
I can watch it right now.
That joint looks spicy. Yeah, go ahead and watch it. I guess pause your recording or whatever. That joint's spicy.
Nah, I'm gonna watch it while we're recording. That's fine.
Someone's been doing some editing
I
with it.
already understand what's happening. Never mind. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember in the end game where they like went back in time and they did all that stuff. and then
Mm.
Loki took the Tesseract and teleported away.
Yes, it starts right there.
That's what's gonna happen. Cause I was like, how would they bring back Loki? The nigga got his neck crunched, like
Snap.
like he really just and dropped him. So like, how would they bring him back? That's how they bring him back.
Yeah, they brought him back in the exact same
I'll
movie.
definitely watch the full video later. But after that, I'm just like, whoa, I don't need to see more. I understand the starting point of it.
Basically, well, all you need to know is that it's going to follow that Loki on his separate adventure, going through his own timeline, because that whole event created a whole other timeline. So it's going to follow that Loki's timeline and what he did after that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Man, I can't wait. Marvel's gonna go off. They really are.
And
Because
here's to DC doing the exact same.
imagine they can just connect every single like movie together, right? Like the fan, not the old Fantastic Four, because that would be gross. Um, they're already doing it with the newer Spider-Man, the Spider-Man and everything. They could do it with like the X-Men, where it's like we have the new X-Men and then like the OG X-Men, and we're fighting a bigger threat. I don't know who would be a bigger threat. Galactus.
Yeah.
That's like the only guy I can think of where the Avengers need to pull together and be like, yeah, this guy's different. Like,
Galactus gonna pull up and be like, "Hey, it was good, cuz." And the Fantastic Four are gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's in the Grim Reaper!" And then
because
then the Avengers gonna come.
because I literally can't think of anyone who is built that different besides Thanos. Thanos literally was like, nah, you're gonna get the smoke. How did they have a harder time fighting broke boy Thanos than Thanos with Infinity Stones? Like,
Because
huh?
broke boy Thanos can throw hands. What you mean?
I understand he can throw hands, but can he throw hands in uh Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2? Okay.
What?
Okay, Super Saiyan 1 is 1 Infinity Stone, Super Saiyan 2 is 2 Infinity Stones.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
all the Infinity Stones is Ultra Instinct.
Okay,
Mastered
listen.
Ultra Instinct. All right.
First off, in the comics, Thanos is even more of a problem without the Infinity Stones than they showed in the
I
movies.
know,
That man's a
cause
problem.
in the comics, how he beat the Avengers was he was fighting the Avengers, he bodied all of them, and then no, first he went to the Death Lady. She took away his power to use all the Infinity Stones except for the Power Infinity Stone. And with the Power Infinity Stone, he shattered Captain America's shield.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, just having one Infinity Stones
Makes you the
makes you a
strongest
crackhead.
person on Earth.
One of them makes you a crackhead.
Mm-hmm. We saw what happened with Ronan.
So all I
They
got
did Ronan dirty.
to say is,
Remember Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy?
mm-hmm.
They did him dirty. Chris Pratt danced on this dude in the middle of a fight, and he clapped his cheeks.
There you are. There you
And he had
are.
the
James
Power
Gunn's
Stone.
built.
And he had the Power Infinity Stone, which makes it that much more disrespectful.
James Gunn is built different, bro.
Like he really said dance on this dude, real quick.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the Guardians of the Galaxy were a thing before that movie.
Hey yo. Bad news.
Marvel really just brought out a whole bunch of people that no one knew before.
I got some bad news, bro.
What?
Blade is not going to be rated R.
Bomba Why? That's his whole thing. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh, I need to sit. I'm already sitting down. I need to lay down, nigga. What? Blade, the vampire
Blade.
who kills other vampires, is not gonna be rated
Yeah.
R.
Nope.
Let me guess what's next. They're gonna make Deadpool PG-13 permanently.
Yup.
I want to cry, bruh. I want to cry. I really want to cry. Sony. Snatch Blade from him and make Blade rated R. And snatch what else? Snatch Deadpool back because it would be fun to see him in the cinematic universe, but there's no point if he's not rated R. There's no point. Ugh. When you said bad news, I was like, what happened? Like something got postponed, an actor died or something. You said Blade's not rated R. Think that hurt worse. Not gonna lie. That hurt a little bit worse. Blade though?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
You didn't misread,
100%.
correct?
Nope. Did not misread.
I want to throw up. Oh my god. Why they always do this? You need to stop it. You need to stop it. Ugh. I'm so blown now. I'm so blown.
Nope.
Blade?
Yo, say Blade one more time.
Like, for real though. Like, Blade, my guy? Blade?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yep.
Why? Why you gotta hurt my feelings like that? Oh, let's make him. Let's make him. Guess what? What? Let's make it PG-13. Even though that doesn't make sense. And remember the Deadpool movie that didn't do as well as the other Deadpool movies? Uh, the Christmas one. Let's make Deadpool permanently PG-13, which cuts out
I
half of
honestly,
Deadpool's comedy.
I forget that it was PG-13. I forget that there was even that was like that. Like I
Right,
didn't
and I
even
was
see
so
it.
excited. I was like, Deadpool 3, and it's a Christmas movie. I was like, okay, Christmas jokes, bet. He said it's PG-13. I'm like, I want to throw up. Come on now. Come on now. They know better. They should know better. They should know better. I guess it's because it would be on Disney Plus and they don't want kids watching it or whatever. I'm gonna just be real. Kids already watch Deadpool 2. They don't care.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I was
Like
definitely up in the
like
theaters watching
like
Deadpool, bro.
nobody literally pays attention to the warnings, bruh. No one. I think I watched my first PG, not PG-13. My first R movie when I was like 12. Like
Damn,
it's not
sorry, bro.
because some of them it's not that big of a difference, bro. It's like they can say the F word more or whatever, something like that. But there's not a big enough difference where it's like, oh my gosh, this is obviously rated R. Especially if it's like superhero based. Sometimes. Obviously, Deadpool is the exception. Um, if that wasn't rated R, it was definitely gonna be like NR-17 or whatever. Is that what they call it when it's like past rated R?
Um, I don't know.
Because I
Honestly,
haven't seen a movie that's rated like that.
well, that's because they're normally porn. If it's past rated
Facts.
R, it's normally porn.
Facts.
Anyways, anything else in the superhero side of things that you want to talk about?
Um, not not really, because first of all, I think we're gonna talk. Um, well, let's talk after WandaVision. Let's have another podcast after WandaVision, because that would be good.
All right.
So
With that
Friday.
being said, guys,
Yeah, thank you guys
it
so
has
much
been
for listening to us nerd out and rant about comic book heroes for like an hour.
yeah. It
Um,
has been a good time
mhm.
and
Make
all
sure to
that.
subscribe to his channel and
Subscribe.
subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all in the next video.
You're
Yeah.
you.